excited, guys. And it's the festive period. People are spending, celebrating with families, and at times they overspend. And today we'll be addressing that issue. I won't be doing that alone because I have a special guest right here with me. She is Omoniyi, the founder of MIMO Savings. It is a platform that encourages individuals and students to save for now and also for the future. She's a multipreneur, a finance coach, and a Christian influencer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate my guest, Omoniyi Precious.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Messi, for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you for accepting my invitation.
Yeah.
Alright, so when you hear of December, you hear about December, what comes to your mind and why?
Okay. Earlier you just said something very interesting.
Yeah.
December is a time for celebration. It's a time when people get so excited. It's a time for reflection, when people get to reflect what they've done within the year. And of course, it's also a time whereby people face a lot of challenges financially.
Exactly.
Like they don't know how to spend their money wisely. So December is a very nice period, but I don't think a lot of persons celebrate it rightly financially.
Exactly, and they make a lot of mistakes. What's one financial mistake you think people make during this festival?
Okay, I would say that is budgeting. Yeah, a lot of persons have a lot to do with their money, right? They want to do that, they want to do that, but they don't know how well to project this particular money. Projecting is simply like the allocation of your fund, your income, and the allocation of it. Another thing I could call it is prioritizing your need over your want. A lot of us don't have knowledge about that, so they tend to spend, lavish their money, and January has a way of reminding us of financial mistakes.
Exactly. It's alright. Christmas period, a lot of people tend to overspend, tend to travel, they want to throw a party, they want to eat, at times they want to spend in excess. Perfectly relates to what you just described right now. As a last month, I came across a tweet of this young lady that spent a salary during the festive period. She spent everything. She went out with friends, with families, and guess what? In January, she was stranded.
Oh wow.
She was stranded. She has spent all her life savings in Christmas. So what can you say is the reason for this lavish spending?
Okay, I will just tag these reasons into, what I call it, emotional triggers. This first period is full of certain emotional triggers that can make someone spend, even without knowing that you're being forced by an emotion to do it. And there are several emotional triggers I just let everybody listening to us right now to know. One of it is joy and celebration.
Yes, so that excites me.
Yeah,
exactly.
The season was just it's celebration time. So because of this, a lot of persons just go out of their way to want to spend because of the way they feel about the season. Another thing we should look out for is the guilt and obligation that comes with it. Like you want to be able to please a loved one, maybe in the intent of trying to buy a gift. You went ahead to purchase a gift outside your budget just because you want to appear to someone pleasing this season. Another thing I will look at is social pressure. That is the order of the day. Because my neighbor is doing it,
I will do it as
because
well.
my neighbor is doing it. A lot of families are like that. When it comes to feeding, outing, they compare themselves, they don't compare their finances, and that's just it's quite a pity. So a lot of persons should look out for this traits of emotional triggers. Lastly, another one, very, very important one is the fear of missing out. I tag it the acronyms FOMO. These are things that companies do put in place just to there's discounts this season. A lot of companies will come out with strategy tactics to just please, if you're listening to me, please, I'm not trying to this period A lot of company comes out and they're like telling you we have sales, there's discount, buy one get two free.
Exactly. And people just keen to.
Yeah, you just want to like do it. Oh, this is the best time I need to purchase, even when you don't need it. And these tactics can be like a form of an emergency to make you want to feel like, oh, let me just buy this thing now that it's cheap due to the fact that imagine like the thing is just so overwhelming. I don't know, like don't know what to do about that, but don't worry, God will help us.
Yeah, amen. Alright, so what can you say are the consequences of this overspending?
Wow, there's a lot of consequences.
Alright.
There's a lot of consequences, and one of them is debt. A lot of persons run into debt when it comes to this kind of thing. They just tend to spend outside, you know. The funny part is how people go to the market and you end up purchasing a goods. You know that your money is not up to that goods. And you go from a friend, please help me. That's how it starts. You call somebody, hey, I want to purchase this thing.
Can you please transfer?
Transfer to me, I'll give you. Meanwhile, you know that you're not expecting any moment, like money any moment from now. Then you tend to like go, then January you're stranded. Financial crisis. Another thing is regret. A lot of persons face regret. Okay, I have one finance class that I did yesterday with my student. One of my students, I asked them a question about like what are those financial mistakes they did in the last December, and like what was their regret. I think one of my students said something about dressing. Okay, she said she bought some few coat clothes and she didn't actually need them. Understand? So at the end of the day, she was not regret why did I even wear this coat. So no persons get to purchase like call it impulse purchase. You buy things out of feelings, and at the end of the day, you start regretting. And another thing I will add to it is how it has a way of disrupting our financial goals in the future. In the sense that a lot of persons during January, they want to like invest in one thing, one plan or the other. So when during the December, when you've had a lot to do, you spend on this, you spend on irrelevant things, those things that actually need that money, you need those money for, you end up finding out that there's no money left. So there are a lot of challenges and a lot of consequences attached to spending recklessly during this festive period.
Amazing. Because I've learned so much from everything that you have said. You spoke about the consequences. Okay, for our listeners, for those that are listening to us right now, what are the steps or the tips that they need to take during this festive period to avoid overspending?
Okay, I would say be mindful about spending. Before you go and purchase any goods or before you purchase anything, pause and think it through. Ask yourself, do I really need this thing? Does this thing add to my value? Does this thing is you have to think about it. Don't just rush and take impulse purchase, just rush, this period you've seen a lot of things that would make you want to do. You enter one shop, you see lights, music, and all that, those triggers I mentioned.
I know the funny thing is when you get to that's when you realize that you don't even need it. Start regretting.
So that's why we said regret is the consequences of it. So people should learn to be mindful before taking any step towards purchasing one good or the other. Another thing I would advise my listeners is to, when you go out, they should be able to like go with cash. Try not to go with your debit card. Please, you are listening to us. Don't go out with your debit card because
go with cash.
Go with cash. Go with cash, please. Go with cash, please. So when you go out with cash, you have a way of limiting yourself from purchasing outside your budget. It has the sense of telling you this is how much I could possibly want to spend on this particular thing. So another thing I would advise them to do is to budget. Budgeting has a way of in other words, I would say they should like look at the financial priorities, those things they prioritize financially, your excess, your like things you value, like your need over your wants. Prioritize those things. Tell yourself what is those things I need during this period. And this festive period, you could also choose to save. You could also choose to save. Like I said, you could go through budgeting. I could use the 50, 30, 20 rule, on projecting, whereby you put in 50% into your need, 30% into your want, and then the remaining 20% into savings. So remember, it's a very crucial time, and people should learn to be mindful of their spending. They should prioritize. They know their financial priority, and also, please, you guys should learn to look at this season as a time to show love and appreciation. Yeah, instead of trying to buy one expensive gift you want to show to somebody that you love them, why not try to create a memory, spend time with them? It's not even that about money, you know. Another person will value when you spend time with them. You invite association. Instead of going to one outing that is elaborate, you could choose to be indoors. So please look at how you could actually send notes to your people who make gifts, cook at home instead of going out to eat. Those ways you could save costs and you could plan very well for January.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
In fact, of the consequences, I've learned so much, and even the tips. You said something about going with your card instead of going with your cash. Instead of your card, right? To avoid overspending. And another thing is, don't fall into the trap of impulse buying. You know, a lot of people are out there. They tell you, get one, buy one, get three free. It's a trap. So don't fall into that category. Okay, so it's time for fun. So I'll mention a holiday expense, and you tell me if it is a think twice or spend smart item. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're ready? All right. Food for all your family members.
Spend smart.
Okay. Traveling this Christmas period.
I'll go with think twice.
Are you sure? All these people that are looking at you, they want to go.
You don't necessarily have to travel, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Buying gifts for all your family members, your mom, your dad, your family.
Stop there. You don't have to think twice about that.
All right. Okay, so before we wrap up, what's one advice you have for our listeners, and how can they connect with you?
Okay. So every of my listeners, thank you very much for staying this far with us. One advice I would give to you is to have an understanding that December is a gift. It's a time to celebrate. It's a time to reflect. It's a time to, focus more on how you could prepare yourself for the next year. So make it count by focusing on joy, on gratitude, and on meaningful connection instead of perfection and external expectation. To connect with me, just click on the link below this. I believe it will be displayed, right? So just focus your attention there and just connect with them or there on YouTube, on WhatsApp. If you're part of those that are inspiring to save towards one particular goal, or you want to increase in your financial well-being, we also provide mentorship tips on how you could build your personal finance. Please connect to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms.
Thank you.
Precious. All right, for
so
those listening right now, go to the comment section and tell me one tip or strategy that you'll be applying this festive period to avoid financial mismanagement. I hope to see you next time.
Look at that.
All right, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next episode, you have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.